Hey everyone, Josh here, Wargaming Noob Historical, back with the first of many project vlogs for my channel. This year I've decided, in order to tackle a lot of my backlog, my pile of shame, that each month I'm going to choose 2 projects that I'll be working on to completion within that month. This vlog is the first of many that will be coming, where I showcase off the entirety of a specific project from start to finish in one video. So, as you all know, and as I've been talking about in the last few videos, I am working on a bolt-action firefight 1/35th scale project. As you can see here, I have a long list of things that I'm working on, some of which are bolded, which is what I'm currently working on or want to work on. But this video is specifically going to be targeting the January 2025 U.S. Infantry Squad Tamiya 1/35th scale project. So, as you can see, as we go along with this video, I have completed both items. I've assembled the infantry. I've painted 8 of 8. That's the first project video for January. Hopefully, as you watch this video, you'll kind of see the direction of where I'm trying to go with the channel in terms of all the projects that I want to do, leading specifically in this vein to that bolt action firefight and bolt action 3rd edition demo that I will be filming with these models. Because this is the U.S. Infantry Squad video from start to finish, the next video that I'll be working on is the Kubelwagen project. That'll be for the latter half of January, and again, it'll be the same format in where I start and complete the project within the month of January, and I'll show you the progress of how I did that. That said, the next video, at least for the start of February 2025, is to assemble the Panzer II North Africa version that I have. Hopefully you'll enjoy this type of video. I had a lot of fun making it, and yeah, we'll go from there.
All right, here's my first progress update for the U.S. Infantry Western European Theater kit from Tamiya. Out of the 8 figures, I have about 5 of them completed. Not fully based yet, but I just wanted to show off the progress. As you can see, I have 4 of the infantry here in the older uniform, kind of like around the Normandy time. I think it's the M1941. Not quite sure about that. If you know, go ahead and comment below. And then I do have one guy, all of an olive drab, basically the M1943 uniform, so a little bit newer. The difference is the tunic or the jacket goes below the waist, so that would denote the 1943 jacket. Everybody else has an earlier style jacket that kind of comes down to the waist. 5 out of the 8 done. Making some good progress here. Should be done with the box set shortly. When I come back, I'll show what's left over. All right, so these are the last 3 from that kit. As you can see, I've actually started work on the prone guy. Just need to shade the flesh side. I'm not sure if I'm going to add any of the kit on him. I do like it like this. I will have to source a base. I don't know if it's going to be round or if it's going to be angular just yet. He is wearing the longer jacket, so that's the M1943. We have one more guy here who is just marching. He has a rifle, and as you can see, the jacket is the long one, so this is an M1943 uniform. So I'll be painting him similar to this guy. And then the guy that is kneeling and shooting has the shorter jacket, so that'll be the earlier style uniform that'll be painted. When we come back, all these will be painted, and I'm going to show off everything that I've completed for U.S. Infantry, including the previous 4-man set that I built up. And then, yeah, that's it. Quick update on my Jeep here. As you can see, very much assembled. I have the 50 cal mounted in the back. Driver is fully painted, but not glued in just yet, because as you can see, I've not done any weathering or shading of the Jeep itself. I did last night put all the decals that I wanted to put on there. One thing to note is that the headlamp, or the thing that goes over here, broke off. Can't find it, unfortunately. That's the case with a lot of models, and getting those fiddly parts there. But other than that, the only thing I really need to do is paint the lenses for some of the marker lights on the back and the sides here, as well as put the entrenching tools as a shovel and an axe on the side here. Then it'll go on to shading and weathering, and this will be a great finished piece. It took me a long time to actually get this model done because of all the small fiddly pieces. And again, this is one of the easier models to put together, so I have to do a better job at getting this stuff done quicker so that I can have a complete model, not have components, parts like all over the place, especially when I start doing armor for this scale. You can see some of the decals on the tail there. I did paint the marker lights silver, so I'm going to go over with red ink. Hopefully that ink will show like a translucent effect on the lenses to kind of approximate, red marker lights in a way that's reflective. But yeah, I mean, was a great model. I'm using this for 1/35 scale bolt action for firefight. Right now, it looks pretty plain Jane. I wanted to assemble the model, and at some point, I'm going to get stowage or more crew, because having the one driver just makes it look pretty plain. I obviously really wanted to have the 50 cal in there because I'm going to be using this as a support piece for bolt action. So anyway, this is my Jeep, mostly completed. I think by the next time you guys see this on camera, it will be done, weathered, shaded, all that fun stuff. The driver glued into the cab there, and I will be using it for my bolt action firefight. So, all right, and here it is, the Tamiya 1/35 scale U.S. Infantry West European Theater, a box kit, all painted, completed, and based. I'm very happy to have completed this very small project. For many of you, something like this might not be a huge accomplishment, but for me, it is part of a new thing that I'm doing this year, where I'm going to work through all my backlog and just ensure that I complete the project within a month. So having this completed in January, by mid-January, is a huge accomplishment for me, and I'm very happy to have these figures all painted. I'm just going to use a pointer, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the set here. So this guy I will be treating as an NCO for my bolt action firefight, or an officer. He does have that commanding presence. He has that nice winter jacket and a submachine gun. Obviously the BAR guy is very characterful, marching forward with his BAR. We do have the action pose submachine gun guy there. He's definitely going to be a very strong looking character. The pose is very action oriented. We have another guy with a M1 charging forward. And then the three guys on this side, as you can see, are wearing a different uniform. They're wearing the M1943 or the M43 uniform. So it's the longer jacket that goes past the waistline. These guys are using the M41 or M1941, which is the shorter jacket. Obviously, this guy has the winter version of that jacket. But it's nice to have a variety of the uniforms. I think at this point in the war, late war, some folks got the newer M1943, some use the M1941. I think it was either through whatever military, like squad, division, or whatnot, the organization, whatever they wore is based on that particular division or squad or whatnot. So in any case, 8 figures doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a huge deal for me, as this is the first of many of the projects that I will be doing each month. So that said, this completes a huge portion of my U.S. Infantry for bolt action 1/35 scale firefight. I have enough figures to do a firefight, which is the skirmish level version of bolt action, which has not been translated into 3rd edition, but because the rules are very similar, just a few changes here and there, and the army building or army list building is a little bit different, but because firefight is that skirmish level, I'm just going to adapt the 2nd edition rules to 3rd edition and play that as is. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring on the other U.S. infantry figures that I built up, the first box, which had 4, and then I will also at the end have a beauty shot of everything that I have completed, and we'll go from there. All right, with the first 4 U.S. Infantry that I completed from the other set. I now have 12 U.S. Infantry. This is more than enough to do a squad for firefight. I almost have enough to do 2 squads for regular bolt action. The only problem that I have, and I'm going to use my pointer here, is that I do have this flamethrower guy right here. And unfortunately, until the release of the Army of United States book, which is, I think, due out in April, pretty soon, but still far enough away, I won't be able to use this guy right here. So I'll have to forego having a flamethrower team on any of my forces until that book releases. Also, I do have a Jeep that I'm working on. I'm going to put the Jeep into the beauty shot here as we close out the project video for January. All right, this is currently everything that I have for the US. I have the Jeep in the middle here. Unfortunately, the Jeep is not done yet. I still have to do the weathering and the shading of the vehicle. I did end up getting liquid masks so that I can paint over the windows while I do that. Other than that, I have 2 more US items that I need to finish. I have an M5A1, which I talked about briefly last weekend's vlog, as well as the command car, which is basically another Jeep. And then that's all I have for the US. Moving on from there, probably end up getting a Sherman, but the fact that 1/35 scale is so large, I may only work with vehicles that I can fit on a 4x4 table. Because I will be mainly playing firefight with this scale model. But anyway, there it is. The U.S. Infantry project for January, all completed. I'm going to move on to the Kubelwagen project, finish that up. And then for February, I will have 2 new projects that I'll be working on. And we'll discuss that closer to the end of the month. So next project video that'll come up will be the Kubelwagen project. I'm going to show you the progress and my road to completing that, and then we will reveal the projects for February. If you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new projects coming out of the channel, and then click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That is the best way I can personally interact with you and chit-chat you about scale modeling and everything else that I cover on the channel. That's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more scale modeling projects from Wargaming Noob Historical.